Dead Island 2 has just come out, and I'm a little late with this video, hence the just came out. Dead Island is a zombie game set on an island, in Australia, I think? All I know is they talk funny. Essentially, there's a zombie apocalypse on an island, hence the name, Dead Island. You fight zombies in first person with bats, swords, and guns. This is an ever-present open world game that plays like you just got drugged. Let me explain. It's not that the controls don't work. I mean, they work alright, if you want to call it that, but overall the game feels clunky. Like somehow this game was made for the PS3 and I'm playing on the PS5. Can be. This game mostly feels so clunky due to the game's original release date of September 6th, 2011. This game has fought tooth and nail to be here on the PS5, and I'm here for it. Let's get into this Dead Island and see why this game is so well recognized. But first, we need to look at the bad, the ugly, and the annoying. The zombies themselves are perfect depictions of what zombies on an island are. They are scary, fast, and loud. These things are everywhere on the island, and it's your job to kill them all. To do this, use your weapons you find and craft to demolish limbs and heads. The gameplay core is a first-person melee and shooting game. It's a style that accomplishes the main game and works well. Think of something like a first-person chivalry with zombies in bikinis. The combat doesn't feel perfect though. It has that 2013 chunky movement, with combat sometimes feeling like I don't do enough damage. Sometimes I just run past as the combat isn't fun enough to actually spend my time killing that fat sewer zombie from The Walking Dead. You have to dodge and weave or essentially just back up and forward slicing, and it doesn't feel all too good. I've been seeing reports on Dead Island 2 that the combat is mid, and that's honestly the same with this game. I do like the first person combat. It was refreshing after all, since the third person shooters have been everywhere, but that's all it has going for it. The game feels clunky, and trying to kill a zombie that constantly attacks you and grabs you is really bad. Now, it doesn't actually stop at melee weapons. We have the true American way, guns. These things feel a little better, but overall worse. Sure, they can stop a zombie faster than your puny little knife, but they also barely scratch the flesh. The best weapon that dropped for me was this revolver, and it still kind of sucked. I found that throwing weapons and hoping for a boomerang was the best way to kill a zombie at range, with about a 50% chance of coming back after all the upgrades. I found that this was able to one-shot most zombies, and I only lost one weapon in the process, so overall I think it's a good trade. The worst weapons though, they are really bad. I don't know who thought the shotgun should do less damage than a plank of wood, but that person needs to be slapped with a piece of wood, then shot with a shotgun. Just look at this thing, and this is the only shotgun that dropped in the entire game for me. Overall, the weapons in the game feel good. The first time I stepped foot in the game, it was refreshing to feel that first person gameplay, and I knew that this game would feel better than the slop being put out recently. Although I can feel the jank, the weapons do kind of feel horrible, and the combat can also kind of tacky. When melee attacking zombies, they can just attack you back, so it's a lot of going back and forth and trying to hit them when trying to dodge, and there's zombies that grab you, and it's a whole thing. Luckily, there are more than 2 ways to kill a zombie. 3. There are 3 ways to kill a zombie. Each character has a unique ability that can be activated. I only played as the bare bones basic pasty Australian man, but there are other options. I gained the ability to use knives on most of my enemies, and though these things killed in seconds, I always used this to defeat any mini bosses that were in my way, which was really fast. You can also stomp heads, kick, and my favorite, run the hell away. These mechanics aid to the core gameplay but don't take away from it. Even still, the gameplay doesn't hold up today. It's great to revisit every now and then, but I would never want to apply my own share of the style. Now let's speak on the core gameplay fix that will make you want to keep playing. Or not, depending on how much you like walking around, driving on the left side of the road, and picking up quests for characters that make you sick. The driving in this game is pretty weird. Well, first we need to get into the car. Shit. Okay, now that we're in the car, let's step on the gas. This thing is really fast, and the brake stops the car also really fast. Zombies are easily killed, and I will use this to kill more people. I mean zombies. Now the main gameplay design is to talk to someone, get a quest, do other quests, grab stuff, come back, and then never talk to them ever again. This is seen over and over. The first group, left them. The lighthouse group, left them. Over and over. We grab some quests, help them out a bit, and then move on. This isn't inherently a problem, I guess, but It makes you wonder why the game was more of an open world when it could have been better as kind of like a level system, but that's a me thing. I didn't do any of the optional quests, they all seemed really boring. Fetch this, fetch that. All as for the characters, they're not really likable, they're kind of annoying, and downright kind of stupid. If this were Fallout 4, I'd kill all these people. Let me explain though, by telling you the story of Dead Island. Vitch. We start in a nightclub, and after the party goes a little too hard, those new drugs are wild. We put in a zombie apocalypse. Starting in a hotel, we are told from a voice to leave, but we get caught. We are then saved and get talking to this Australian dude. There are a few survivors here, but we need some help, so we are tasked with reaching the outside world. We do some quests and move up to a bigger base and plan our way to the city. We meet up with this stupid, no good, waste of space, useless, and her dad, and we get our vehicle plated and move in the city with the stupid, no good, waste of space, useless, and meet up with another Okay, I swear it's not what it looks like. All these NPCs can be really annoying, order you around, and if I could, like I said earlier, I would grab them and then I would squeeze and I would squeeze. I think I'm letting the intrusive thoughts win. Either way, we are told to steal from the rich, which I guess seems right to me. We travel through the annoying ass sewers and raid a supermarket. There are gang members here though, and after killing them, we meet up with this mayor. Now we decide to head to the Voice, located on the nearby prison island. We tell the bitch in the car, and she threatens to steal the car if we don't supply the people who have raided the police station, taken hostages, stolen food, and killed people. So for some reason we agreed, and in the end she gets captured and great. Thanks so much for having to save everyone. If I could have killed her, I would have. Not after she was. Okay. Well, moving on, we kill everyone and head back to the mayor. But oh no, he's dead. We need to reach the prison. The prison is surrounded by mines. To get around the mines, we need this man. To get this man's help, we need to help another man. This man needs help fighting other men to help his men. After killing his men to help the other guy's men and grabbing guns, we are taken to our man, who takes us to other men. These men need other men. We help these men get other native men's blood, that's a long story, and take this blood to make an antidote thing. But before that, we head to the prison. But we stop at this place so Useless can kill her dad, in the middle of making an antidote. Real smart. Now to the prison. Oops, no, we need to head back to the lab, and now everyone's dead. I think I'm noticing a trend. We take the antidote and free the tribe girl. Now we head to the prison. The men there want guns. We supply the rapists, killer, muggers, and thieves with guns. Real smart. After that, we finally reach the end. We ride up the elevator, but we get gassed. Gotta love that. Turns out this guy wants the antidote for his wife, who is infected. Storytelling later, bitch kills the wife, bitch kills other bitch, and I like this very much. We have a fight with the mutated man, and from there take the helicopter away. Ready for the sequel that should only come out in a year or two. Right? What's so funny? So let's talk about this campaign. It is really, really boring and basic, but also somewhat fun and good. It's really hard to say, as the game does tell a pretty interesting story, but fills you up to the brim with boring content and side quests, delivering overpaid dessert with terrible writing and characters. I usually state when a game can hold my interest, and I can firmly say that without making these videos, I probably wouldn't finish this game. Just like I find it hard to finish Hogwarts Legacy. I even found it hard to finish the script. It's been 3 weeks since I finished this game. It just becomes a slog of go here and do this, go there and do that, all to an ending that really wasn't fulfilling. Let's start with that story. The idea of zombies on an island is one that is really cool, and honestly, kinda just works. The horror of the game isn't enough to make you pee your pants, but it's also not terrible. The screams are all great, but the game gives you tasks that make the game not scary. Just things like giving us cars that kill zombies in seconds, or abilities that can kill zombies in seconds, or goofy characters that are nothing but a plank of wood that die in seconds. These things made the game a lot worse than people consider. The end plot points where the main villain gasses you just seems so redundant. Just take them with you. They're going to give you the antidote anyways. It's also pointless. Same with the bitch killing her dad. Why? The entire point is you bringing a cure to this man. What the hell? The constant, these guys are dead now, carry on is so annoying. We come back several times to see everyone dead. But like, what, 4 zombies are in there? They have guns. How did this happen? One of the worst problems I had with the game was the dialogue. And it's not just, it's kind of bad, but they treat you like you're playing with friends. No bitch, I don't have those. I played through this game solo for a very long period of time, more than 90% of the game, and they would constantly use words like you guys and the group of you instead of just you, which applies to each person individually. It's a minor concept, but this breaks the game's walls and takes you right out, especially in a game like a horror game or a zombie game. The different type of zombies were also terrible. They just kept reusing the same bosses, and they aren't even fun to fight. Just run right past them. Kinda makes you think that it's exactly the same as Dead Island 2. Even with all these faults, this game was still somewhat interesting, but that doesn't mean it was good. It was kind of just a time killer, and not really a good one, to be honest. I spent hours playing and it's not really exciting to play more. Overall, this game delivered an interesting combat presence and a system that was kind of interesting, but a lacking campaign with a somewhat boring story and terrible side quests and dialogue, and then maybe some fun situations. I give Dead Island a 79 out of 100, which is around the same as other reviewers. I haven't posted it in a couple of weeks now, and I'm really sorry about that. I've been trying to keep the channel alive by doing shorts, and it's been working. I've been gaining subscribers, and if you're new here and you actually like this video, then please subscribe, not because you'll get more content, but because you'll get better content. If I can actually make some money off this channel, I can actually feed into buying something better for you guys. Sure, I have a job and I make money, but I also need to pay rent. I also need to pay a bunch of shit. So I can't always buy stuff to make these videos better, and that's all I ever want to do. All I ever want to do is to make videos for you that are actually interesting, but I kind of can't do that with my current setup. So please subscribe, give me 2,000 subscribers, and I can slowly make money and invest in you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. All to an ending that really wasn't foretelling.